Hello, kindergarten families. My name is Karen Park, and I have the pleasure of being your kindergartner's teacher for this school year. In this video, I'll be sharing some information that will help your students succeed this year and some information about what we do in our classroom and what we do in kindergarten. Your student would have received either a Ziploc bag with pink papers or blue papers. In these Ziploc bags, you will find a letter that pertains to this video. You'll find a packet of information that I will be going through during this video, and you will also find a parent survey along with a little slip of paper asking for you to write down one thing your child loves. These things are both optional, but will definitely help me just get a little bit more insight about your student. And so if you could send those in as soon as possible, I would greatly appreciate that. As we get started, I'm going to share a PowerPoint with you and we can get started. Just a little bit about myself. I graduated from the College of New Jersey. I did both my bachelor's and my master's of arts in teaching at the College of New Jersey. I studied special education and psychology, and I really loved my time at the College of New Jersey. This is my fourth year teaching. It's my second year in Rutherford, and I'm so grateful and so honored to have the opportunity to work with the wonderful students here and in this community. Previously, I did work for 2 years in Emerson, and I was a special education teacher, and I worked in an inclusion classroom. So I worked with both general ed students and special ed students, and I taught 3rd grade and 5th grade during my time there. Our schedule for the day, the AM classes, you arrive between 8:20 and 8:30, and dismissal is at 11 a.m. and PE with Mr. Foster is on Wednesday. And for the afternoon session, students arrive between 12:20 and 12:30, and dismissal is at 3 p.m. And again, PE with Mr. Foster is on Fridays. Some expectations that we have in kindergarten. We talk about this a lot, but attendance, please don't be late for school, as it does impact your students' learning. And so if they come to school later, they might feel a little rushed or a little frazzled trying to get into the schoolwork and into the day. And so please be on time. And if you are going to be out due to sickness or vacation or whatever it may be, please call out or email, and the email can be found on this blue sheet. It just helps me kind of plan for our day. It also helps Miss Liz, who is our secretary downstairs, kind of keep track of who is here and who is not. Another thing, the homework folder that is blue, that homework folder will be sent from school every day. There may be a lot of information, there may not be a lot of information, but please check your child's folder daily. It is also an awesome way to have conversations with your student and asking them what they learned at school. So in that folder, you'll find homework, important reminders, some notices, and student work. If you have any questions or you just need a reminder of maybe what the red words are, what the homework is, you can check our Google site. Again, that is linked at the bottom of my email, or you can go to the Rutherford School page and you can find the K Center. And if you go to staff directory and click my name, you will get our classroom website. And again, on that website, you'll find announcements and reminders. And just one quick thing that I've seen, something that I think is really helpful, if you can label jackets and sweatshirts and water bottles, whatever is coming from home that is your students, labeling it is the best way to keep track of your students' things. And just something to keep in mind, as a kindergartner, children should be able to alternate their feet while walking down the stairs. So not using both feet on each step, but being able to walk left, right, left, down the stairs. It is safer that way, and it is quicker for your child as well. Kindergartners should be able to use the restroom independently. They should be able to flush the toilet, wash their hands with soap, and we've talked a lot about that this year, you know, washing our hands for 20 seconds and singing the ABCs. That is very important. Students should also be able to unbutton and button their pants, just because it is something that is important, and we want them to be able to manipulate their hands and be able to take their pants off to use the restroom, and we don't want any accidents to happen. Also, we do want students to be able to put on and zip up or button their coats. Also, something that kindergartners often struggle with is if their sleeve is inside out, teaching them to slip their arm in, grab the sleeve, and pull it out is something that is really important and something that will help your student tremendously, especially in the winter. Some school rules that we have 3 that we learned and reviewed over the course of the first couple of days of school. They include: we are safe, we are kind, we are brave. This is language that we use across the board in the kindergarten center. And when we talk about safety, we talk about walking safely, keeping your hands and feet to yourself, using materials in the classroom safely, as well as sitting in your chair properly so nobody gets hurt. When we talk about kindness, we want to show respect and we want to follow the directions the first time. We want to be nice and play with everyone, and we also want to raise our hands in the classroom. And when we say we're brave, it might be showing bravery on the playground and asking a friend to play, telling someone to stop if they don't like what's happening, or also even saying sorry. In our classroom, the behavior system we use, we have individual rewards and class rewards. Some of the individual rewards include just getting some verbal praise: an awesome job, great work, keep it up. Students are also given stickers, and they might even take a visit to the treasure box if they've done something that's extraordinary and something that needs to be celebrated. And students will also be receiving happy notes when they're successful or something that they've done something that is really worth noting and telling a parent. The class rewards include brain breaks, so we may do some dancing, we may go outside, we may go on a walk, and we might receive some extra play. Just to note, we do have a 3-strike policy. If friends are not being careful, if they're not being safe, if they're not being kind, they are given a warning the first time. The second time, they will write their name in the book. The book is nothing to be worried about. It doesn't go anywhere. It stays with me, but it is kind of just a way to keep students accountable for their behavior. And then the third time, students may receive a phone call home, and if it escalates, Mrs. Coy will step in. Homework, again, will start sometime in October. The best way to check for homework is to look in your student's folder. But when homework is completed, it should be completed and returned to school the day after. It should be completed neatly with a pencil, not with a marker, not with a crayon, not with a pen, but with a pencil. Homework should be completed following the directions. And so if the directions ask for students to color, they should be coloring. And we've talked about coloring the kindergarten way, which means we're not scribble scrabbling, but we're taking our time. And so we want to make sure all of the directions are followed. Red words should also be practiced daily. Your child's folder has a Ziploc bag that's stapled to it. And inside that Ziploc bag is a ring with, right now we have 2 words. But that ring will have the cover that says blanks kindergarten red words, and each page has different red words that we've learned. And so if you need ideas to help practicing them, there are some ways to practice on my website. And so you can check there, but you could simply have your child trace those letters and say the letter name. So for example, you might say T-H-E, the, and just have your child practice tracing those words and saying those words. You can also have your child identify red words as they are reading, or you can have them identify red words that they might see around town. Red words should be practiced daily. And again, homework is not just busy work, but we are really trying to reinforce the things that we've learned in school. And so your cooperation and your help is greatly appreciated. Our curriculum consists of a couple different things. Again, phonics, we use Orton-Gillingham, and Orton-Gillingham is a multisensory approach. And so you might see your student tapping their arm to review some red words. You might see them tracing and saying. We also use bumpy boards when we are learning our letters and writing our red words, just so there is a little bit more of a sensory experience. Your student might tell you that we've been learning and practicing red words and letters with Play-Doh or with sand. And so we really do want to utilize different surfaces and different objects to practice those red words and those letters. For reading, we do use Good Habit and Great Readers. If you would like to read more about our reading program, you can find information in that packet that was sent home. Writing, we use the Writer's Workshop approach. Mathematics is the Singapore Math and Focus program. Social studies and science, we use Scholastic News. It'll be that article that's sent home, and usually the backside is completed, so you can always review the information that we reviewed with your students. And the last thing that we do is we do social skills here, and so you might hear your students talk about Tomcat and Tabby Cat and some stories that the cat shared with us. And so those animals or those characters teach us different skills and different things that we want to learn and know as contributing citizens of our community. Some websites that you might want to note, the information has not gone home yet about these programs, but Lalilo is the program that we use for phonics. I will be sending information home soon about that. But you do want to know Lalilo, and it looks something like this. And Raz Kids is the program that we use for reading. And students may be asked to read often using Raz Kids. Again, the information will be sent home soon. If you have any questions, you can feel free to email me. At the end of kindergarten, your students should be able to follow all rules and understand what it means to be a student. We are also working towards independence. And academically, students should be able to write and complete sentences, count and identify numbers up to 100, add and subtract within 10, decode CVC words with short words like cat, and they should know all of their red words as well. If your child is celebrating a birthday in school, we do have a few reminders. When birthdays are celebrated, I will give each student a birthday crown, a sticker, a certificate, and a special goodie bag to celebrate their special day. And if you would like to celebrate your student's birthday, what you can do is you can either send in a pre-recorded video of an adult reading a book. It can be grandma, it can be grandpa, it could be mom, dad, it could be a sibling, but that video should be pre-recorded and sent to my email, and we will share that video in class. Or you can send in a party favor to give out to the class. And so whether it's pencils or erasers or stickers or sidewalk chalk, whatever it might be, you want to send them for students, and you can let me know so we can coordinate that together. Just for your reference, our AM class has 10 students and our PM class has 9 students. Star of the Week is something that we will be starting soon, and as you can see behind me, it says Star of the Week. Star of the Week is an opportunity for students to share more about themselves with the class. And so we will alternate classes every week. And so each week a student will be chosen to be the Star of the Week, and the student will go home with a note, and the note will explain what activities will be completed for the week. But just so you know, on Monday a poster will be sent home to be completed. On Monday, the poster should come back to school. The poster will be sent home over the weekend. Tuesday, the student might send in a picture of a favorite book, or they can bring the book in. Wednesday, they'll bring in, or again, take a picture of a show and tell item that they want to share. Thursday, the student will bring a parent letter. And on Friday, we will do something with Patient Peter. And again, the letter that will go home will explain all of these different activities. Oops, sorry. And as I close out, something that I would like to share with you is that you are really such an important factor in your kindergartners' success this year. If you notice something at home, or there's something going on at home that you feel like would be pertinent for your student success, or just for me to know, please feel free to reach out. I really do think it's so important for parents and teachers to be communicating and working together. And so I will try my best, if you email me, to get back to you same day, if not the morning after or the day after. I am here to support you and to help your student grow. And so please, if you have anything ever to share, let me know. And on the last page of this packet, there are some tips to helping your students succeed. And so if you look through this, there will be some different information of how you can help your students succeed at school. I also will be sending out weekly emails, as I have been doing so. Again, that kind of just lists what we've been doing at school for the week, so you can have those conversations with your students and even reinforce those topics at home. And one other quick reminder is that every month we will be sending home different Scholastic News order forms. They will always be sent home on the first day of the month or at the beginning of the month. And orders will be due at the end of the month, and orders will be placed at the end of the month if you would like to order books as well. So it was a pleasure. I'm so excited to be working with all of you this year. I will be reaching out to parents soon to kind of discuss and have conversations about your student. And so please be expecting an email from me or a phone call from me. But again, I am so excited to be working with your students. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to work with your students. And we're going to have a great year. Thank you so much. Bye.